Hey there, fellow paranormal enthusiasts. Have you ever had a game night go so wrong that you ended up summoning a demon instead of winning a round of Monopoly? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the spooky world of Zozo, the demon who apparently just can't resist crashing your Ouija board party. Whether he's the life of the afterlife or just a misunderstood ghost hunting for attention, Zozo has been creeping out thrill seekers for decades. So grab your sage, throw on some protective crystals, because why not? And let's see what the fuss is all about. Is Zozo really out to steal your soul, or just bored of haunting the same Ouija boards night after night? This is extremely strange. The origins of Zozo are shrouded in mystery, with conflicting accounts of its first appearances. The name first surfaced in written history in 1816, when it was mentioned in a French book on demonology, titled Le Dictionnaire Infernal by Jacques-Collin de Plancy. In this dictionary, Zozo was described as a mischievous spirit that was said to possess a young girl, causing erratic and strange behavior. While this case may be the earliest mention of the name Zozo, the figure does not match the description seen in more modern encounters. In terms of folklore, Zozo might be connected to broader archetypes of trickster spirits or demons, entities found in various cultures throughout history. These beings often thrive on deception, confusion, and fear, drawing parallels to the common description of Zozo's behavior in modern encounters. In some accounts, Zozo has been linked to ancient Mesopotamian mythology, where spirits or demons with similar characteristics were thought to manipulate humans. However, beyond these older references, there is little concrete evidence of a long-standing tradition surrounding the Zozo demon in classic demonology or religious texts. The modern rise in Zozo's prominence has largely been fueled by the digital age, with personal testimonies and online discussions creating the bulk of the current lore. Zozo's fame is most closely tied to its appearances during Ouija board sessions. The board, first popularized in the late 19th century, was marketed as a parlor game and a tool for spiritualists to communicate with the dead. Though the practice of using a planchette to channel spirits had existed long before, the commercialization of the Ouija board brought it into the mainstream, making it a common item in households. Zozo's association with the Ouija board gained traction in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, with the Internet playing a significant role in spreading stories of its manifestation. One of the most well-known modern cases is that of Darren Evans, who claimed in 2009 that he had encountered Zozo multiple times through Ouija board sessions. According to Evans, Zozo communicated with him by spelling its name repeatedly and bringing chaos into his life. He claims Zozo's appearances were initially subtle, but soon became increasingly menacing. His experiences allegedly included Zozo making threats, causing physical harm to people present, and even following him outside of Ouija sessions, leading to a series of strange and unfortunate events in his life. This case, which Evans shared in online paranormal forums, triggered a wave of similar reports, with individuals from various parts of the world also claiming to have experienced similar occurrences during their own Ouija board sessions. Mirroring Evans' claims, typically, Zozo is described as a spirit that begins communicating in a seemingly benign manner before gradually revealing a darker side. It often spells out its name, Z-O-Z-O, moving the planchette rapidly between the letters. Those who have encountered it report strange behavior, such as erratic movement of the planchette, cold spots in the room, eerie noises, and in some cases physical harm or emotional distress. Some accounts even mention Zozo threatening the participants, claiming it can attach to them beyond the use of the board, as Evans insists happened to him. The rise of online forums and social media platforms allowed these stories to proliferate, leading to an ever-growing body of anecdotes about the demon. However, it's unclear how many of these stories are genuinely independent and how many are influenced by the popularization of Evans' experiences. Numerous personal testimonies have contributed to Zozo's notoriety, many of which describe similar patterns in its behavior. These eyewitness accounts are central to understanding the phenomenon, as they provide the core evidence for Zozo's existence. Other notable stories involve individuals who, after encountering Zozo, experienced a string of bad luck, nightmares, and poltergeist-like activity in their homes. A common claim is that Zozo begins by deceiving the participants, pretending to be a friendly or harmless spirit, before shifting to a darker, more violent persona. Many of these encounters also share recurring themes: the planchette moving rapidly between the letters Z and O, erratic and aggressive behavior of the participants or the spirit, and a general feeling of dread and fear. In some cases, people report physical manifestations, such as scratches on their bodies or objects moving inexplicably in their surroundings. These eyewitness accounts have been shared widely across paranormal forums, YouTube channels, and blogs, reinforcing the belief in Zozo's malevolent nature. However, these stories often follow a predictable script, raising questions about their authenticity. While many believe in the supernatural explanation of Zozo encounters, psychologists and scientists offer alternative interpretations grounded in human psychology and the nature of the Ouija board. One of the primary explanations is the ideomotor effect, a psychological phenomenon where individuals make unconscious movements. When using a Ouija board, the participants may unknowingly move the planchette themselves, often driven by their own subconscious thoughts and fears. This effect can be amplified when multiple people are involved, as they may influence each other's movements without realizing it. The ideomotor effect provides a scientific explanation for how the planchette can seem to move on its own. Other key factors are suggestion and expectation. If a participant believes they might encounter Zozo, their brain may interpret random planchette movements as spelling out his name. Once the idea of Zozo is introduced, fear and suggestion can shape the experience, leading to increasingly frightening encounters. In addition to the ideomotor effect, confirmation bias plays a role in these experiences. Participants are likely to focus on events that confirm their belief in his presence, such as strange noises or cold spots, while ignoring mundane explanations for these occurrences. Psychologists also point to the power of belief as a significant factor. The mind is capable of generating intense experiences based on belief, especially in stressful or fear-inducing situations. This can result in vivid dreams, hallucinations, or physical sensations that seem paranormal but are actually psychological in origin. Zozo's fame has not only grown through personal testimonies, but has also been fueled by its portrayal in popular culture. Over the years, Zozo has become a staple in horror movies, books, and paranormal television shows, which often sensationalize encounters with the demon. Movies like 2012's I Am Zozo have drawn inspiration from the legend, reinforcing its association with the Ouija board. The Internet in particular has played a massive role in shaping Zozo's modern mythology. Sites like Reddit, paranormal blogs, and those YouTube channels host countless discussions and videos about Zozo encounters. These platforms allow users to share their experiences and theories, contributing to the ongoing evolution of the Zozo legend. Pop culture's portrayal of Zozo has created a feedback loop. Real-life encounters fuel the media's representation of the demon, which in turn influences new reports of encounters, making Zozo a prime example of how paranormal law can be shaped by modern communication channels. An argument can be made that Zozo's rise in prominence is largely a product of internet folklore and mass hysteria rather than evidence of a real entity. The lack of valid historical documentation of Zozo prior to modern times is also an issue, noting that its appearances are largely confined to the past few decades, coinciding with the rise of the internet. This has led some to suggest that Zozo is a contemporary myth, rather than a genuine demonic entity. Hoaxes are also a possibility. With the advent of YouTube and other social media platforms, some users may fabricate stories or experiences to gain attention or followers. In this way, the Zozo phenomenon may be partly driven by individuals seeking notoriety or financial gain. Oh no, not on YouTube. Finally, some researchers warn of the psychological dangers associated with believing in Zozo. For those already prone to anxiety or fear, an encounter with him, whether real or imagined, can lead to significant psychological distress, including paranoia, insomnia, as well as emotional trauma. Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the creepy legend of Zozo. Whether he's the king of the Ouija board or just a spooky myth from way too many late-night sessions, one thing's for sure, the guy knows how to make an entrance. So the next time you break out your Ouija board for a fun-filled night, just remember, you might not be talking to your great-aunt Mildred. Sleep tight, and remember, if your Ouija board starts acting up, it's probably time to get rid of it.